Okay, let's get rolling today. Um, see, this will be part 5. We got pretty much everything done in Michigan. We got one more contest, Black River, this one here. I will say I did use some OP trucks, and just to try to get it done quickly. Um, I'm not going to be at all strict. I will to finish Michigan. I will be stricter. I will not be super strict. I am also kind of running a hard mode too. I lost all of my saves, so I'm definitely struggling to kind of stay motivated to redo all this stuff again, but I figured why not create some videos. Oh, that's right. I do need to kick this last barrel, so we'll go do that really quick. And then we will do the contest. Last night when I recorded the first 4 videos to this series, it was pretty loud in the house, and I didn't want a bunch of background noise, so I decided to do those with no commentary. So I don't want to limit myself to only record videos when I can provide commentary. So hopefully people don't mind too much. I know it's kind of boring just watching, so if so, I get it. But once I hit 50 subscribers, I will plan on doing some lives, some live streams, and obviously those would be with commentary, and that way just kind of chat with the viewers as I'm gaming. I've joined a handful of lives, and really I just like the idea of it. It would help as I go back through and redo all this stuff from losing my save. I will throw down a few markers. I don't need a ton. I've done this more than I'd like to admit, so I just like to throw them down here on the main drag. Then that way it's, I know where to turn. I do cut up through here, hit that one, and then I found that it's easier to come around this way and head up to grab the, to grab the last one. All right, let's go. I think we get, what, 8 minutes? I usually can complete it in around 4, provided no, tip overs. I will say that being locked in this first person, correcting a tip over is pretty tough. So hopefully we don't have one of those today. And then once I'm done with this, I'm going to head over to Smithville. And I didn't really want to do a video full of just scouting, but The next main thing that I want to do is grab that white western star. And in order to make it, I don't want to say usable, but in order to get it to where I'm going to want to use it is going to take some scouting. So we'll probably just end up doing that. I do have the Chevy, so I could send send scouts in multiple directions, which I'll probably, oh shoot. Needed to turn here. I'll send scouts in multiple directions to help with the scouting. Whoa. Nope. Down here. Ah, an itch. Yeah, I was able to get in on one of, people were calling him Het, H-E-T. One of his live streams. I'm going to actually head this way, see if this is any better. I was able to stumble upon one of his live streams, and his little community there that he's got really helped out. Over doubled subscribers, so that was awesome. Like I said, I am trying to get to 50. I'm not trying to make a career out of this or anything. You know, not trying to be a full-time streamer. Like I obviously wouldn't turn it down, because I mean, who would? You get to play games all day and pay the bills. Like, heck yeah. But no, I'm just trying to live stream, show the gameplay. I know I don't have anything to show for it as far as save files, because they're all gone. But I've got hours and hours and hours upon hours invested into this game. So I just kind of want to, you know, throw them on YouTube this time, and then that way, if I do, lose my files again, I can, instead of redoing it all, if I really need to, I can live through my videos. So anyways, yeah, feel free, anyone watching, later, just throw questions, maybe things you'd like to see, things you don't like to see. Throw it in a comment. Let's see. I'll leave this here. I want to go grab this upgrade, and then task giver, that's everything. So actually I'll just run and oops. How do I get out of, there we go. Run, grab this upgrade, and then start recovering everything off this map, and move it over to Smithville and get rolling on that. I do like the Mac Pinnacle. It's frame's a little bit long for my liking. So it sets the crane pretty far forward. I wish that it adjusted that like it does on the 6900 XD. It actually sets the crane when you have crane saddle, sets it closer. So And I would use the 6900, but I don't have the better motor, so it will struggle in some areas. Grab the Kodiak, and we will grab this one. Where is it? No, we'll leave that one there. That one's ready to move over. So we will retain, 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 and retain. I really like this truck. Super capable. Great little support rig, I think. It can get places, say the Fleet Star or Kodiak can't really get. So definitely recommend that one. Actually, we will jump to this and travel over. I tried to grab a handful these metal beams for a mission. Tried to kind of bring stuff over that would be needed. I like this truck here. I wish I had the motor. It does a lot better with the motor. And it would probably do even better with the off-road gearbox or possibly even the high range. Just, depending on what's the task at hand, but as you can see, it's kind of struggling a little bit up this hill. Get up to the garage here and take a look at how I want to tackle these tasks. Let's see. Stop engine. Okay, so I will head back and do that one, Timber for the Locals, a little bit later. We got the essentials. Okay, I did complete that the last go round. Got some stuff going to the quarry. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is we will send the Jeep out and kind of travel down this side of the map, unlocking, opening tasks, completing some of the scout tasks that are here. But in my last video, you would have seen how capable this Jeep is. This crawler suspension, I think, is phenomenal. It really provides a lot of flex. It's not it takes away the rigidness like you get in the Scout 800. One thing I would love to see, and probably wouldn't happen, and I've actually tried to look for this in a mod, not really to make what I'd love to see is the base game Scouts get that crawler suspension. So we are not going to worry about Lost Trailer right now. I will come back and do that another time. The main thing I want to do is kind of methodically work my way to Island Lake. And then once I get the engageable, I believe it is, all-wheel drive. Oops. Once I get the engageable all-wheel drive for the White Western Star, I will jump back to the garage, leave the Jeep there, but jump back, hop in the Chevy, and do some scouting with the Chevy. And grab some watchtowers, tasks. Probably won't have enough time in this video. Like all the others, this one will probably be right around that 55-minute mark. So I doubt I'll have time in this one, but the other thing I'm trying to decide, and you know, maybe I could leave this up to you know, people in the comments. My hard mode will be a map by map progression. So essentially I will not jump ahead, I will not skip any maps. I will do them in order and 100% before moving on. But I'm wondering if I should keep that same plan on this playthrough. I do realize that by not doing so will mean, you know, I basically bring trucks, you know, very capable trucks into play early, and you know, on a normal mode where, you know, I'm not really paying money to deploy trucks and, you know, all that. I mean, it kind of makes sense that this is the playthrough that I would do that. But then again, like, I would like to do what the majority wants to see. So we're going to go get that upgrade. There's no point in jumping over to the fixer-upper task yet. We can start that when I head down with a vehicle. I do, however, want to jump down over here and open up a task. So I might actually do that now. I believe I can kind of weave my way through the trees. Oh. I'm going to jump over here. Head down this way. Really? And the branches in this game are just ridiculously strong. And I mean, I guess I was trying to come down here and open up this task to try to eliminate some backtracking, but I mean, in all reality, I guess I am backtracking more to come get this than it would have been to backtrack to pick up the cargo. Oh well. Oh no, someone lost the boat. So we've got that. We didn't get that trailer yet. There we go. Got that now. You know, I'm going to try to head up and just grab this watchtower now. I normally grab it in between doing the Michigan trial task, but just to make sure I don't need to go back and do anything that I might have missed by going and getting this task. Come on, come on. Oh, that sunlight is causing some headache. All right, we'll grab this and then we'll open up the map really quick. Okay, I did not. Perfect. We'll head this way. That trailer. Complete this. Open up Michigan trial, and we're going to hit them in this order. And then we'll go grab that upgrade over there. Now with the Jeep, for anyone following along, definitely has a more forgiving suspension. So you can, you know, if you're used to it, you can, you know, kind of take this with a little bit more speed. If you're in the truck, I would recommend slowing down a little bit. But basically, you can follow this same path that I've got going here to complete this. Now, normally, now is when I would open up, or I'm sorry, right after this one is when I would head over here. I got to go up here anyways, because I don't want to ride along the middle of the hill there. And then this is where I would open up this watchtower. Try to head straight down the hill as much as possible. Oops. And with these, if you don't know, you just drive into the blue square, put your tire in there, and you're good to go. One left, and then we'll jump down, grab the International Transstar. There are a couple missions also that I could be doing right now. I could get down here and head to the right and do Unlucky Fisherman. But I want to make sure that I am making my way to getting the upgrades as much as I can for the White Western Star in this episode. So, I mean, there are some better, more I'm gonna be, and that's kind of the thing that I've learned about this game is, I mean, there's definitely a way that as soon as you get close to doing something that you can do, yeah, you can go do it. But chances are you're gonna be, you know, as close or pretty close to it later on in the game. So you can just come back. Like, it kind of, you know, I want to mainly scout right now. So I'm going to focus mainly on that. I can't remember if I sold the Scout 800 or not. I don't think I did. But this is the raised for it, essentially making it even more tippy than it already is. So not a vehicle I use often in a hard mode, being that early on it's one of the only Scouts that has the roof rack available right from the get-go, level 1 or whatever. It does come in handy if you need it, and then you just drive it carefully, but to depend on it is pretty risky. I mean, it can be driven, it can do a lot, but it's gonna want to tip often. So it's not one that I use hardly ever, unless I absolutely have to. Okay, now I'm gonna head back to Island, or back to, I should say, head to Island Lake. So essentially, the best path through here is kind of as such. You're basically avoiding that curve. Trees to winch to if you need them. But that's kind of the path that definitely others have shown on their videos and streams and whatnot. But definitely a path I like to take. I am, though, excited to hopefully get to 50 subscribers. I've done a little bit of live stream on Twitch, and have had, a couple people in there, commenting, and I was like, man, I think it's a cool aspect, man. I remember way back in the day playing Sega Genesis. I don't think that was ever a thought in my mind, at least, for like, oh man, one day I'll be gaming online and other people can join in and watch me play and comment, like, or I know others have signed up and kind of attached to their Discord, and people can actually come in and chat on Discord with you. I think that's cool. I might eventually maybe look into that. I'm quite new to all this, so we'll see. Let's see. We are looking at already 30 minutes in. Jesus, time flies. I will be right back. All right, well, that was not ideal. That wasted probably 10 minutes. So I might have to look into editing that out of there. But, anyways, continuing on now with 10 minutes less progress. But most of the time, I found that when you're in the mud like this and you got mud tires, it's best to just keep it in diff lock in low. Because if I got out of this, tires are just going to spin. I mean, I guess I am going a little faster. So maybe the point I was trying to make is not a good point, but to me, it's just easier to keep it in diff lock. And now, once we get here, we're basically meeting up just down the hill from where we just were. Once I get to a good spot to stop, I think I will do that and just kind of show. Actually, I'll stop right here. So this road right here runs up to right where we just were. So it's a nice kind of little loop here, and we're heading over here. There's no point in my opinion, opening this because I can't repair it right now anyways. And I'm gonna have to drive right to it to repair. Anyways, so to me, it's there are some things where, you know, I know that if this were a new map and I didn't know what that mission was, yeah, drive over there. Then you know. But anyways, continuing on, we will. I like to go to the right here. Grabbing an upgrade that I might actually throw on the Chevy before I take it out. I don't. So in, how do I say this? In normal mode, I would rather, if I'm going to send out support, right? Fuel and repair. I would rather send out 2 trucks and just, you know, tow, winch the one behind the other. That way, when I'm all said and done, I can just recover. If I were to take a trailer, let's say I throw a fuel tank on a truck, or vice versa, I throw a repair add-on, and you know, I can get my money back, so it's essentially free to purchase a trailer, and it's full and all that. I would rather send 2 trucks so that I can just easily recover and get them off the map. If you were to purchase a trailer, oh yeah, excuse me, purchase a trailer and then drive that trailer out onto the map, you either have to delete and lose the money or drive the trailer all the way back. Sending 2 trucks, yeah, maybe it takes a little bit longer because you can't drive as fast when you are pulling another truck. You know, maybe some areas you have to, drive one truck up, hop back to the other truck, drive that one type of deal. Maybe it takes a little bit more time than just towing a trailer over, but to me, just being able to recover and get everything back right away is easier to me. So now if a trailer's on the map already, I'll definitely use it. I'll tow it around, whatever. But more than likely, I've already done it in this playthrough where I purchased a trailer, and because I'm lazy and I don't want to tow it back to turn it in or to get my money back, I just delete it. So, whatever it is, 5 grand, 3 grand, down the drain. So for this very reason right here is why I like the Jeep. Yes, it's got an 80 liter capacity, and all of the driving I've done so far, granted I've sat there for 10 minutes on the phone, but I wish there was a way to pause your video. You have to stop it. So PlayStation, can you update that? So within the settings I can just... Actually, I could probably edit the video before uploading it. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, give me an option to just pause the video. Then that way I don't have to stop it and have either a shorter video or what have you. But yeah, so the Jeep, I still have 53 liters, over half. If I were in the Chevy doing that same exact thing, I would probably be at 10 to 15 liters. Just fuel consumption is so much better on this Jeep. Not to mention the crawler suspension. I like it. My kids play this game too. Oh, they don't. My one son does not like it, so he goes for the tuned custom. I've thought about throwing on the SnowRunner to this, but it does cause, much more fuel burn, fuel consumption, so I don't. And plus, I think it does just fine. So for this map, I've found that if you're going to scout it and kind of open up, in my opinion, it's best to come this way, grab this watchtower, come around here. There is a mission right here that you can do. I'm going to do that later, or another time. But you kind of zigzag, opening up watchtowers, grabbing tasks. I'll just open this up. I'm not gonna tow him out of there right now. I'm literally driving right where he needs to go. I'm gonna go get him out of here and just tow him over. Leaving that fuel there, I find pretty works pretty good. If you're coming back over here for logs or whatnot. Oh man, this is not going to go over well. And I am at my 55 minutes out of fuel. Damn. All right, well, I'm gonna get out of this water and call it a video. See if I can't edit that down, get rid of that 10 minutes. All right. Actually, I'm gonna go this way with it. We really didn't do much in this episode. Still level 8, 1520, almost level 9. So we will call it there, and thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.